Welcome back, guys. This is game 38. We're on Graves in the Jungle, and we just dropped the ball on 2 losses back to back. Yeah, it stings a little, but we're not going to let it get to us. It's a part of the process when you're trying to climb. You just need to take the good with the bad. Every great climb is going to have its little ups and downs, and we just got to make sure we don't let that take over and define us. What is going to change, or what is going to help us, is just staying positive and making sure we're sticking to our process. So we're just going to forget about what happened in those last 2 games. This is a new game. League isn't about winning every match. It's about winning in the long game, like keeping that win rate higher, making sure we're not dwelling on those past couple of losses. Our goal is still, we're going to just lock it in, focus on this game, and make sure our fundamentals stay solid. We're not going to panic or tilt. We're just going to stick to the plan. So right now, obviously, I'm thinking I just want to grind away and get away. I'm going to push as hard as I can for a win to wash away all those losses. But what we just got to focus on is, being a better player in this game, even if we still don't get the win. Just got to make sure that we're holding ourselves accountable for the mistakes that we made in the last couple of games. We've reviewed what went wrong, and in this game, we're going to play better. We're going to try and stay away from frustration calling shots and just utilize our big brain. So I'm going to head straight for an outlaw path in this game because I'm matched up against a Fiddlesticks. And he's going to be starting on his blue. And one thing you do not want to do when you're versing Fiddlesticks, as Graves particularly, is allow the Fiddlesticks to get full clears off. If you just let Fiddlesticks full clear, he's basically trying to rush level 6 as fast as he possibly can. So we're just going to try and negate his 6, prolong his level 6 for as long as possible. I'm just going to head into an outlaw path. I have done a video on this in the past. If you want to see that, I'm going to put it in the description. I'm going to link it to this video so you can click on that and learn how I might do this path, and it'll give you a good idea. So we're going to cross through the mid lane. We're going to watch Ari. I'm going to make sure Ari doesn't roam. And right now you see Ari leave lane. Lux, she's pushed Lux into the tower. So this is kind of a bit of a mistake here. We're pushing the Fiddlesticks to try and starve him of XP. And this is first little mistake. Coming off these 2 losses, I want to highlight this majorly. So I make this mistake and I'm obviously tilted because of what happened in the last 2 games. So I make the mistake of typing in the chat. You do not want to do this. Yeah, Lux could have probably moved and we could have capitalized on the fact that I would have been able to steal all of Fiddlesticks' camps off him if that Ari never came. So yes, it would have been a potentially good invade, but I'm just going to ignore that. I pick up on me typing being a mistake pretty quickly though while I was playing this game. So I just mute all, and I'm just going to ignore that whole scenario. I'm just going to pretend like that didn't happen. We're going to stay positive, and like I was saying earlier, we're just going to do our best to just keep our communication clean, keep our head clear, and our plays smart. We want to play for our win condition, and we're not going to just chase random fights. We need to just keep it smart. So this is what I'm doing here. So I got angry at the Lux earlier, but I'm trying to say sorry. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. So we're just making up for our mistakes straight away. Not typing anything else. We're just gonna play our game now. We're gonna keep what we can in control. So if I can do little things to the Lux, maybe I can gain her back onto my side, because like I say in most of my videos, you don't want to lose respect of your teammates. If you have the respect of your teammates, then the game's going to be a whole lot easier. So I would love to be just denying Fiddlesticks camps right now, but knowing that my Lux isn't going to move and Ari's going to have priority over the Lux means that I can't push into Fiddlesticks' jungle, because Ari's going to be there waiting as well. So you got to pick your battles in that aspect. We're just going to go for... We're going to use the priority of other lanes. So right now that Tryndamere has priority, I'm going to push into Fiddlesticks respawning top side. And we're actually got that 2-level gap. So we're going to make sure we still press on with our lead and see if those opportunities are there. We're not just going to ignore the fact we were dominating Fiddlesticks completely, but we do need to respect Ari and the fact that Ari moves. Like, Ari's got an MIA right now, so we need to definitely be very careful of where she's at. I'm just going to head B and defend my bot side camps, basically. This will allow me to now secure 3 quadrants to Fiddlesticks' 1, so he's going to be even further behind. And the only reason I pushed into the top side earlier was because I knew that his Gromp would have been spawning, or he was clearing from bot to top, and that Tryndamere had priority. So, knowing the information... So we know Fiddlesticks is basically going to be in this bot side right now, because there's nothing left for him to do on the top side unless he's going to gank a level 6 Tryndamere without an ultimate, which is... He's never going to do that. So we know right off the bat that Fiddlesticks is going to be either on Drake, he's going to be looking for a bot lane gank, any of those. So like we can basically show up and just look to kill him. This is how we're going to close him out of the game, is by predicting where he's going to be. Now I'm just going to do what I can to lock this Drake down before the grubs start spawning, because I want to secure grubs. I don't want to just give grubs up for free in this matchup because of Tryndamere and Nasus in the top lane. They're both split pushing champions, and it's like whichever team gets grubs is like a double benefit, because you're denying one split pusher from the grubs and you're also getting your own split pusher grubs. So we definitely do not want to give those up. I'm going to make sure I'm in that vicinity while these grubs are spawning. And if Tryndamere decides he wants to back off while the grubs are spawning, then that's on him. At least I was in the area. So basically Fiddle's just going to go for grubs. He's pushed into my top side because he saw that I took Drake off the map. So he's playing as a reactive jungler. This is kind of risky. Ari was MIA. Nasus is MIA. We just have to assume that Nasus is going B. We're gonna actually take the risk. No smite. This is a good roam from bot lane. I'm just going to try and heal up. And then I'll rotate back into taking that last grub off the map. We secured 2, so it's like not completely detrimental to get that last one. Couldn't be a waste of time where you could int into a Nasus. So that's the thought process for going B and then just heading to bot side. We're going to cover the Fiddlesticks level 6 dive. So we're just going to warn them, going to let them know where Fiddle is, that he's level 6 and he's going to look to make a play. The best thing I can do is just like let them know this. They actually die without Fiddlesticks ganking. Nevertheless, he's like around this area, or he's gone B and he's reset into his top side. I'm trying to play around Lux still. Like, there we go. We got Lux a kill. Still making up for those mistakes, and now I'm positive reinforcement in the chat. You don't have to, like, even if you say one little thing in the comment thing that maybe wasn't the best, maybe it was a bit egotistical, maybe it was negative, like, you can still recover from that if you just pick up on doing that, and you don't need to just go down that path for the rest of the game. You can just be normal and just communicate with your team members, and this will get you so many more wins than just being toxic every game or whatever your pattern might be. And just try and be positive. Can't stress that enough. This is always a tough... Nasus is like very big counter to Graves with his hectic slow. It's an attack speed slow. It's a very, very rough champion to gank, especially when you have a Tryndamere as well. So it's a risky gank to make, but I just wanted to make sure that, I don't know, maybe Tryndamere traded his ult a bit better, but it doesn't matter if we die. We're just going to say that that was my bad. So we can actually look to build Swifties here to prevent his attack speed slow and his movement speed slow. Like, Swifties is really good into Nasus. It gives you more like slow resistance, attack speed resistance than the Merc Treads would. And it also gives you that extra bit of AD. I actually don't mind the old Swifties on Graves.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
They have quite a hyper-scaly team with Yuumi, Senna, and Nasus all stacking up. Yuumi gets very strong late, especially on a Nasus, so the best thing we can do to close games out is take advantage of our early game with Graves. Graves has a very strong early and mid game, so meaning like take off as many objectives as you can early. Make sure you're securing all objectives depending on the enemy jungler, especially if you're super ahead. Like, the best thing I can do right now is just make sure I'm securing, which I don't even get the Drake, but that's not good. Just make sure you're getting all the Drakes, the Rift Herald, the Grubs, and you want to just suppress the enemy team that way before they can stack too hard into the late game. Otherwise it can be very tricky to like navigate. And I was going to look for an invade into his topside quadrant there, but Senna, I don't know if she meant that. I think she was trying to kill Lux. She actually hit me with that ult, which prevented me from pushing into the Fiddle topside jungle. And I get caught out by an Ori flash. It's kind of rough. That's okay though, we got Rift spawning, so we're going to look to play into a Rift Herald when we spawn. We're going to forget about what's going on bot lane. Oh, they got it covered anyway. That's huge.
An ally has been slain.
I was a little worried with Twitch building Collector into Nasus this game. Like, Collector's more of an early game damage, like, item. You want that, like, attack speed, crit, Blade of the Ruined King style build with Twitch into, like, a Nasus. So that you've got DPS. Hey, I'm no Twitch player, so I could be wrong. The enemy actually are roaming for objectives. A lot better. I do what I can. The enemy team are just more set up to steal those objectives. So it's not a lot's going out our way in objective favor. Straight like after I was saying, you know, make sure you're locking those down. You do want to make sure you're locking them down. And this is a good example in this game, as this game will drag on for a bit longer. And it wouldn't have dragged on for so long if we just secured objectives as they were spawning. Made sure we were set up, we were warded, and we were, you know, doing skirmishes prior to objectives spawning. I wanted him to like engage it. As a Tryndamere, you gotta like utilize your health bar as a baiting tactic. Like, draw the enemy in, make them feel like they're gonna kill you. And then once you trap them, you turn on them and kill them. And it's also like goes hand in hand with the jungler ganking. It's like a form of CC. Senna gets vision on us again with that ult. So I'm going to make her pay if I can. She would have seen me. Ari's roaming down through the jungle. Gotta be careful. Don't want to get caught out again. So I noticed that she's walking through. I'm trying to ping Tryndamere back. I don't want to get caught out by a cheeky little ult E again. There's not much doing. Drake spawning soon. So we're going to go full clear into a Drake. Spend our gold.
Killing spree.
Right, we gotta make sure we're not getting caught in this scenario. It's really bad if I die here. Yeah, this is not good. This is a terrible play by the team. And me. We need to just clear Krugs, ping them back, set up Drake, go for Drake. We're just giving the Nasus kills, but I think we wanted to try and... Nasus was overextended in that top side. So we're just looking for a pick on Nasus. And it didn't go well. At all. So this is going to turn into a... This is turning into a very hard game. As the scaling carries are already starting to scale and punish. Like, Nasus is becoming very strong. Right, it'd be a good example of how we're going to win a game that looks doomed. Make sure we're dodging that fiddle up. Don't want to give him any gold at all. Fiddle with gold and ability power will change a whole team fight. with one good ult. Gotta be very careful against good fiddle players.
An enemy has been slain.
So I'm just letting them finish Drake off while I take off other things in the enemy jungle. I want to capitalize on that play we just made and punish them for dying there, basically. That's why I ditched Drake. I figure they've got it covered. Now I'll use my power to dominate the opponent's jungle. Just starve Fiddle of any XP. But you can see we're just sticking to the fundamentals. We overforced that play before, which is a mistake. We need to make sure we're just sticking to fundamentals. And that'll eventually just build. Little bait tactic you can do. Leave the Gromp up, so Fiddle, there's nothing for him to do. And Tryndamere is going to go crazy. So I'm going to have to get out. Don't overextend there. Give Nasus a kill. Give over Atakan. So I'm resetting into my jungle. I didn't want to all in. I was just... Tryndamere got the wrong idea. I was waiting for the Fiddle, yes. But I would have just comboed Fiddle solo anyway. And then Tryndamere just goes and... Yeah, we're just going to stick to our own game plan. We're not going to follow the 1 and 5 Tryndamere. So we can't force this Atakan. We can't show up. We're just going to get CC by Ari, Nasus, Senna, and the Yuumi, and just chase down. If I show to that Atakan, it's going to be an instant death. So sometimes you just have to give the objective. As hard as it might be, you just got to try across map. The Fiddle's left his bot side up. We can rotate into that. Get some tower damage off. Utilize the fact that Lux has drawn 4 enemy players in. And we can trade the mid tower for it. And his bot side jungle as well. Make sure you're trading still. So Nasus hasn't set his wave up before doing Atakan. Now we go back into macro. Raptors, Frogs, our bot side quadrant into our spawning top side quadrant. And reset, spend our gold. Get back on the map. Twitch is in overextending territory right now. And look, he's gonna instantly pay for that. We don't want to be chasing those kills, trying to defend him. If Twitch is gonna make those little errors on his own accord, I'm not gonna be there to defend it. Just gotta make sure I'm sticking to my game plan. Because that, following friendly teammates, silly decisions is what is gonna keep you in silver by going off silver callouts or players pinging you to do what they want you to do. They're in silver for a reason, so we're gonna push past them with our game knowledge. We're not gonna get through silver with a 90% win rate off a silver player's callouts. So just respecting Nasus. I'm not strong enough to fight him. I want to make sure before we fight the Nasus that he makes a huge mistake somewhere on the map, and then we can catch him out. We can get a shutdown off that. So if we can get a little shutdown on him before Drake, this perfect, right here. He could make the mistake here. We're just waiting for that Nasus to make a mistake. Here he's out of position. This could be it. Trying to bait that in. Gotta make sure we're dodging this Ahri. Okay, we get the play. That's a big mistake on Ari. This is what we're wanting. It's what we were trying to bait out. So now that Nasus has used his E on the Tryndamere, we're trying to get damage off on the Nasus. We're trying to... If we face tank that Nasus E, we're going to run away. And then the Twitch can damage. So whoever gets E'd has to run. Or try to run. So I'm just trying to get out of there. I'm E'd. That's when I'm like, okay, I need to get Swifties. If he's going to keep... He's going to keep on E'ing me. Oh, sorry, W. Is it W? I don't know. I don't play Nasus. It's his W, I'm pretty sure. I'm tripping. Yeah, when he's using that W, just gotta back off. Because your attack speed is gonna be completely sundered. It's gonna be like, I don't even know what the exact stats are, but it like halves your attack speed, let's say. So you won't be able to do any damage. It's like Graves' biggest counter is a goddamn Nasus W. I actually misplay there. We could have just turned on the center and one-shot center instead of diving into the Ari. So Baron comes into the game. Now we have to defend Baron, make sure we're not at bot side, getting caught out in the bot side, allowing for the Nasus to get Baron. A good enemy team with a strong Nasus like this can close a game out off the back of a nice Baron play. So we need to be defending that. Make sure that they do not get Baron. This could be very dangerous. But they can. We've also got to be looking out for those mistakes again. Like, oh, can we catch them out? Can we catch the fiddle out? Can we outsmite them once there is no fiddle? Just scare them off. Bang, we get the fiddle. Now we're going to use Tryndamere's pressure. Because they were forcing the Baron because Tryndamere was bot. So we're going to utilize his pressure. They're going to have to TP for him. Now we get a free Baron. We're just playing off that mistake they made. They just overforce Baron, overforce their hand, lose fiddle, they lose their TP, and we're gonna gain a lot of gold and XP off that.
An ally has been slain.
Make sure I'm stealing fiddle jungle at all times. That is like deemed safe, I guess. We need Tryndamere to split push so that he pulls Nasus towards him. Gotta be careful of the fiddlesticks. Where's the fiddlesticks? Now we use Tryndamere's pressure. This is what we wanted. We've got to instantly push in. So they push the mid wave. Tryndamere needs to be watching this as well. Like, he's got to back off. Because as soon as Tryndamere dies, then we're going to lose all lane pressure. Make sure I've got 5 items to this fight. I go B, I back off. I ping what objective I want to go for. What the next players. We've got to play our cards right. Even though like the kill chart says what it says, we're just going to make sure we're not making errors. We're going to stick to our macro plan.
An enemy has been slain.
Open inhib. Nas with no TP. Tryndamere down, but if we can combo the Ahri, then we can push for free. Okay, we get the combo, nice. Beautiful. That's why Red Smite's so nice, like, just E auto. It gives you the slow. And now they've lost all clear pressure. We're just playing slow, make sure you back off. Don't overextend, don't die to Nasus there. We get soul for free, basically. And that's just off the enemy team being confused on what they need to do to push out these lanes. They're getting a little bamboozled with the Tryndamere split pushing. They don't know what to do. It's like Nasus doesn't have enough confidence to actually carry. He doesn't know his champion's limits properly, so he's like kind of playing scared. He's waiting for an error on our behalf. But then they don't have the right wave set up to capitalize off that. And push towers, because we're so pushed up. Because like Fiddlesticks is so weak, Nasus has to play for his jungler too. And this is purely why at the start of the game I wanted to make sure that Fiddlesticks couldn't play the game.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
We're gonna play this fight to perfection. Make sure we don't get aced. Baron spawning.
An ally has been slain.
We trade 2 for 2. Baron spawning. Gonna spend my gold. And then we can just solo Baron. So I couldn't afford... I would have liked to have gone a Bloodthirster there. Just into the Nasus. Heal up a little bit. But this is the next best thing for the price. I can get full build with a health pot. And this also cuts the Yuumi shield. So it's still a really good item to buy right now. Even though it's not as valuable as the likes of a Guardian Angel or a Bloodthirster or an Infinity Edge. It's still a really good item into the shield cut. Gotta respect the vision there. I don't want to get caught out. Like the Twitch did.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Just gotta try and 3 inhib. You can see how much damage Lux is doing to the Nasus. Barely anything. It's becoming quite a hard game to close out. We just need to get the 3rd inhib. Looking for an opening on it.
Inhibitor has respawned.
We're just looking for picks. Maybe we can catch someone out. Create an overlap. A mine advantage. They're gonna try and defend this drag, so we can just secure vision in their bot side quadrant and look for someone to face check the brush. Then we can just get our 4v5, get Elder Drake, and then close the game out. If they're too scared to push into the quadrant, bot side quadrant, then you take Elder. By the look of that, Nasus has given up. His last sort of hope there was just to push out bot, push out mid, and then just try and collapse on us on Elder and coin flip the Drake. Because once we get Drake, it's just GG. I'm just trying to spare my ult and abilities. Even though it's not going to kill him, it's going to do a lot of damage and it's going to scare them back. It's going to allow us to get inhibs in the towers for free. We're just doing our best not to int. Under tower, we're not diving. We still lose the game. Just letting those minions push. You gotta still play it slow in this scenario. Don't dive, don't overextend. Just let those minions push. You got 6 super minions pushing into the base. So utilize them. And you can see Ari's like type Smurf jungle versus no jungle. But it's not true. Like Fiddlesticks just got closed out of the game super early, so it was hard for him to get into the game. And he wasn't getting the help he should have probably received. So there's still ways to play around that. So GG, well played. Sorry, Mr. Fiddlesticks. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video today, guys. Stay positive.